a silent war against faith. How atheism, materialism, secularism, hedonism, and rationalism threaten the Iman of Muslims. In an age where the noise of modernity grows louder by the day, a quiet but deadly war is being waged, not with weapons, but with ideas. These ideas, cloaked in the language of progress and enlightenment, are not neutral. They are ideological weapons designed to erode the foundation of faith, Iman, to distance Muslims from the truth of Tawhid, and to replace the divine compass of the Shariah with the ever-shifting morality of man. Islam is not merely a religion, it is a complete way of life. It is a submission to the will of Allah, SUBHAN WA TALA, a surrender of the heart, mind, and soul to the Creator of the heavens and the earth. But today, Muslims are being bombarded with ideologies that seek to sever this relationship, to weaken the spiritual bond between the servant and his Lord. Let us examine these dangerous ideologies: atheism, materialism, secularism, hedonism, and rationalism, not through the lens of Western academia or liberal thought, but through the clear and unambiguous light of the Quran and Sunnah. 1. Atheism, the denial of the Creator. Atheism is the rejection of the existence of Allah, SUBHAN WA TALA. It is the most direct assault on Iman, for it removes the very foundation upon which faith is built. When a person denies the Creator, they are left adrift in a godless universe, where life has no purpose, morality has no anchor, and death is the final end. Allah says in the Quran, "Indeed, those who disbelieve are in arrogance and misguidance." Surah Az-Zumar 39:23. Atheism does not come from knowledge or reason. It comes from the arrogance of the heart. It is a deliberate turning away from the signs of Allah, in the heavens, in the earth, and in the very structure of the human soul. When Muslims are exposed to atheistic propaganda through social media, universities, or popular culture, they are often unprepared to defend their beliefs. This is why Aqidah, creed, must be the first and strongest pillar in the heart of every Muslim. 2. Materialism, the worship of the world. Materialism is the belief that material possessions and physical pleasures are the ultimate goal of life. It is the worship of wealth, status, and luxury, a form of shirk that distracts the heart from the remembrance of Allah. Allah warns us, "Know that the life of this world is but amusement and diversion and adornment and boasting to one another and competition in increase of wealth and children." Surah Al-Hadid 57:20. Materialism does not shout, it whispers. It creeps into the heart slowly, through the desire for a better car, a bigger house, a fancier lifestyle. It convinces the Muslim that success is measured in money, not in piety. It makes halal and haram secondary to convenience and comfort. This is why the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Poverty is my pride." Sunan Ibn Majah. True pride lies not in wealth, but in dependence on Allah, in detachment from the fleeting pleasures of this world. 3. Secularism, the separation of religion from life. Secularism is the belief that religion should be confined to the private sphere, that faith has no place in politics, education, or public life. In essence, it demands that Muslims compartmentalize their Iman, that they be Muslims in the mosque, but secularists in the marketplace. But Islam rejects this division. The entire life of a Muslim is an act of worship, ibadah. Every transaction, every vote, every law must be guided by the Quran and Sunnah. Allah says, "Indeed, the religion in the sight of Allah is Islam." Surah Al-Imran 3:19. Secularism is not neutrality. It is hostility toward divine law. It seeks to replace the sovereignty of Allah with the sovereignty of man. It is the root of Jahiliyyah in modern dress. Muslims who embrace secularism may still pray and fast, but they no longer see Islam as a solution to the problems of the world. They begin to believe that democracy, capitalism, or liberalism are superior to the Shariah. This is a slow but deadly form of apostasy. 4. Hedonism. The pursuit of pleasure as the goal of life. Hedonism is the idea that the highest purpose of life is the pursuit of pleasure. It glorifies indulgence, encourages excess, and normalizes sin. It is the enemy of taqwa, piety, which demands restraint, discipline, and accountability before Allah. The Quran warns, and indeed, we have made attractive to them the life of this world, so they will not seek the hereafter. Surah Al-Isra, 1763. Hedonism is spread through music, movies, fashion, and social media, all of which promote lifestyles that are incompatible with Islamic values. Modesty is mocked, hijab is ridiculed, and zina, fornication, adultery, is celebrated. The Muslim youth, especially, are vulnerable to this trap. They are told that happiness lies in freedom from rules, when in truth, happiness lies in submission to the one who created them. Rationalism, the deification of human reason. Rationalism is the belief that human reason alone is the ultimate source of truth. While Islam encourages reflection and intellect, it never elevates reason above revelation. The Quran says, "And they inquire about the Spirit. Say, the Spirit is by command of my Lord, and you have been given of knowledge only a little." Surah Al-Isra, 1785. Rationalism leads to doubt, skepticism, and eventually disbelief. It teaches that if something cannot be understood by the human mind, it must not be true. Thus, the miracles of the prophets, the reality of Jannah and Jahannam, and even the existence of angels are rejected. Muslims who fall into rationalism often begin questioning the fundamentals of faith. They start interpreting the Quran in ways that conform to modern science or Western values, not to understand, but to dilute.